Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Love the Movie Troy. And this is Troy. I'm just talking about like the world of movies and just movies in general. And one of the things I want to talk about that's been on my mind lately is the whole theater thing. You know, a lot of people think that theaters might go out of business now, and a lot of people have been thinking that theaters been in danger of being going extinct ever since the rise of the whole streaming services. You know, Netflix, Disney Plus, and so many more are coming. You know, you already got Apple TV, and just people just think that theaters is leaving. And I'm a big fan of theaters. The theater experience is amazing to me. I've always went to the theaters, and I think the theater experience is amazing. I have to disagree with people that has always thought that theaters is going to go extinct because of Netflix and things like that. I don't think it's going to happen. My argument has always been going to the theater is about the theater experience. It's something that people want to do. That people want to go see a movie on the big screen. People want to go see a movie with a bunch of other fans that are in there watching the movie that's just as happy to see the movie as them. People want other people to laugh with them. People want to be able to eat their popcorn, get snacks, and enjoy their icy while they're eating. These days you got where you could press a button at the theater and someone to come to you. You could order food, and that's an experience. That ain't something that people have to do. Like, oh, I want to see this movie, but I gotta go to the theater. For instance, VHS tapes. When VHS tapes was new, they put away floppy disk. And then when DVDs and Blu-rays came around, now you can't find a VHS, because a DVD is a better version of a VHS. Well, with movies, the movie theater experience is a bit different because people choose and want to go to the theater. I just think it's competition now. With Netflix, movies being able to release straight to Netflix, you do have people that prefer to just be able to be at home in the comfortable bed and watch a movie right then and there. It's pros and cons for each. Some people don't like to go to the movies because of loud babies in the theater crying and people talking in the theater, and so you have your pros and cons. But I think the theater experience is something people will always love, and people would always want that to be around. 2019 proved that to me. 2019, if you just look at the box office for 2019, there's so many movies that came out, original movies that wasn't based off of a previous IP. It wasn't a comic book movie, a prequel, a sequel, any of that stuff, a retelling, whatever. You had multiple movies that came out. You had Knives Out that did very good in the box office. You had Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that did very good in the box office. Any really horror movie that comes out always does good in the box office. They usually have a low budget, but it still makes some money. A lot of people go see horror movies. 1917, it made a lot of money in the box office. Parasite, that was a movie that was a foreign movie. I think it broke records for a foreign movie played in America. And so you have so many movies like that. Even a movie like Joker, I know that movie was a comic book movie, but it was like a character study. It was a slow deep dive character study, and those type of movies don't make a billion. I bet if you were to ask anyone if that movie would have made a billion, pretty much no one would have thought that movie would have made that much. It made more than Star Wars, for Christ's sakes. So I feel like, last year showed us that people, when the movies are good, people will still come out and see them. People will still show support. And a lot of these movies, they had to make money. Ford v Ferrari is another one. A lot of these movies, they had to make money, or else, a lot of studios wasn't going to risk money. If Once Upon a Time in Hollywood bombs, Sony, I don't think would make another original movie ever again. If Ford v Ferrari bombs, whoever did Ford v Ferrari, I believe it was Fox Studios, they wouldn't do these type of movies anymore. But they showed that when they take a risk, oh wait, it's still an IP, it's still people out there that would spend money on original films. And so with all the great movies that came out last year, with all the great success in the box office, I'm not saying every movie came out was a huge success, but it was enough success off original content that proved that people still will go to the theater. Fast forward to 2020, this whole pandemic, the coronavirus, theaters been shut down for a while. I feel like this has a bigger danger of theaters going away because people not in the theaters to make no, people gonna go out of business. AMC, I hear they're might possibly go out of business, and I don't think necessarily AMC might go out of business because no one wants to see movies no more and they've been struggling. Look, Netflix is in debt. So it's not necessarily that no one's seeing movies. That's why AMC and theaters was in debt, and that's why now they might go out of business. But theaters being out of no movie showing in theaters for this long can very well affect the movie theater experience going forward. And this is a very dangerous territory that we're in when it comes to theaters. But I do feel like there's hope. I do feel like there's still hope, and that is Christopher Nolan, the great Christopher Nolan. I'm so glad his movie, he picked 2020. I know he's not glad, I know the studio's not glad that this movie's happened to drop in 2020, but I'm glad that this movie's happened to drop in 2020 because this is the type of movie we need. We need a movie that's going to do 800 to a billion. And I don't think 800 to a billion is enough to like save all movie theaters, but it's going to show that okay, it's still a market for these type of movies. Movies are still going, and there's a lot of other movies I've seen lately that's I've seen trailers for where I'm excited about, and I'm hoping all of these movies do well. Spike Lee has a new movie coming out that looks very good. I seen a Russell Crowe trailer that looks very good. So it's movies that are coming out, but I think Tenet is the one that will bring everyone back in theaters. That's the hope we need to save us. So we're just going to have to see, but I really don't think theaters is going to go nowhere. I think they're going to survive through all of this. And so we will see. Bye-bye.